This was Scotland's day to showcase its appreciation and affection for the Queen. Members of the Royal Regiment of Scotland placed her casket in the hearse for a procession along Edinburgh's Royal Mile.
All of this celebration of her happened because she died in Scotland, and I think that would have made her very happy.
Together publicly for the first time since her death, the Queen's 4 children followed behind. Prince Edward on the right, Prince Andrew, Princess Anne, and King Charles. At St. Giles Cathedral, pallbearers moved the casket inside, where the crown of Scotland, crafted almost 500 years ago, was placed atop.
To our late monarch, whose love for Scotland was legendary.
The minister celebrated a life of service and dedication.
Scotland is a place that Charles, as Prince of Wales, came often. To come here now as king is significant for many in this crowd.
Polls suggest that while most Scots support the monarchy, enthusiasm is lower than in England. So one of King Charles's key tasks will be to keep a high profile, says this expert.
Everybody in Scotland is a kind of nationalist with a small n, and they'd easily be provoked by any signs of disrespect for Scotland or not taking Scotland seriously, even unionists. So the monarchy has to be sure they don't put a foot wrong here.
Outside, the sense was the new king's reign is beginning well.
I think it's a unifying event. I think it's very important that we are a union, and it has been proved that today, the turnout.
King Charles also visited Scottish Parliament, where independence parties dominate. The UK government has rejected calls for another referendum on the topic. The King will have to navigate that challenge too.
I take up my new duties with thankfulness for all that Scotland has given me.
Later, the 4 royals returned to St. Giles for a vigil to publicly honour their mother and join with Scots in saying farewell.
Chris, I know it's the middle of the night there, but that church and the Queen's casket seem to be getting so many visitors.
Thousands, maybe even tens of thousands already, Adrienne. This is one end of the line here, people going into St. Giles, and police are telling us that this lineup is 6 kilometers long, so people, could be waiting, trying to get in literally all night. But, at the other end, when they're coming out to some very powerful scenes, people in tears, hugging each other, and a very emotional experience. It's going to continue until Tuesday afternoon, when the Queen's casket will be taken to London. Adrienne.
All right, Chris Brown in Edinburgh tonight. Thank you, Chris.